Hi, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to increase the distance between your font characters. And you might think, well, why would I want to do that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first reason is you may insert a font where the letters are really close together and you like the font, you just wish that they were spaced out a little bit. The other thing is if you are designing something. So for example, I've popped this image up as an example where perhaps you've got the name of something, say a restaurant, and then you've got a tagline underneath which you want to stretch out to make it line up with the top word, and you can't find the particular font. So I'll show you those two examples now. So let's just move this down. Now I'm going to use text boxes for my examples. They're far easier to move around. So I'm just going to insert text box, draw text box, click and draw out a text box. I'm just going to get rid of this black border. So shape format, outline, no outline. Okay, so I'm just going to type in my sample text, and then let's say, for example, we go to the Home tab, we go to the fonts, and we chose this font here called DIN. Now I'm just going to increase the font size by clicking on Increase Font Size tool up here. Now you can see that this text is great, but there are a few instances where the characters are really quite close together. And you might think, I love the text, but I just want to space them out. I'm just going to center this text in this text box. So all you need to do, whether you're in a text box or whether you've just typed into a normal document, it doesn't matter. Select your text, right click, and go down to Font. Now, when you have this menu appear, go to Advanced, go to Character Spaces, go to Spacing, click on the drop down and go to Expand. Now it automatically expands by 1 point and you have a little preview down the bottom here. Now you can use these up and down arrows to control that spacing. Generally it will jump in the preview every 1 notch after 0.5. So 1.5 you'll see it jump, and there's an example there. And then when we go to 2.5 it will jump again, and you can see the increased spacing that you'll have between each character. Once you're happy, let's take this up to 5. I'm just going to enter it from my keyboard and click OK. And as you can see now, you have a slightly different font where those characters are spaced. That's the first example. The second example, let's just undo that. And let's say, for example, you were typing out my logo design. So this is about design here. So select the text. Let's go to a different font. Let's choose Brasilia. So again, this font is quite close together, but I actually quite like that. I'm going to just make this bold. There we go, stretch that out. So if we wanted a big logo design, but then we actually wanted a tagline to go underneath, like the example below, I'm just going to copy and paste this text box. So I'm going to hold down my Alt key, you see my cursor changes, click and drag. And now I'm going to type out my tagline. So there we go. And what I want to do is I want to reduce the size of it. So I'm going to go to this decrease font size tool here. I'm going to decide around about where I want that font to lie in terms of its size. So around about here, I'm going to take off the bold as well to have that tagline underneath. Now, so what you need to do here again is select it, right click, go to font, again advanced, expand, and I'm going to expand by 14 points, press enter. You can see it hasn't quite reached the end there, so again go down to font and I'm going to increase that to 19, press enter. And then this is the reason I've used these boxes, because you can literally move them around anywhere. You can see it's got a white background at the back there. If you want to get rid of that, just go to shape format, shape fill, no fill, and then the background's gone. Okay, so you can now decide if that's where you want your tagline or your design underneath. You can stretch it out a bit more if you want to. You can see mine's not quite level. So it's around about there. Perfect. And if we zoom out, you can see how that will look on your design. So that's 2 reasons why you might want to use this technique, and also how to use this particular technique. You can obviously play around with the font sizes and the fonts themselves, because they're all very, very different and they will have very different results. But I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please subscribe and have a great day.